it's fun. We're keeping the dream alive, but it's like every day, you know, you just have to keep going.
What was it like either after each day getting off the Segway? Do you get some like a seasickness when you're not on it, if you're on it for so many hours? And also, as far as life is concerned, when you throw yourself into a mission like that, after there's sometimes a letdown.
I actually had to sleep on it. We didn't show that in there, but no. I mean, there's not any there wasn't a transition for me getting off of it or whatever between riding it and going on through the day. And then what was
after the whole mission or something you really threw yourself into for so long, afterwards sometimes there's a letdown.
I mean, it's just a transition, I think, more than anything for us. I mean, I think probably some of the toughest times came after in that transition, just trying to figure out what we were going to do, where we were going to be, how to settle down. We went to LA for like 3 or 4 weeks and we're living out in my cousin's apartment out there and just trying to figure out where do we set up shop to start editing it and get it to this point here. So
yeah, I mean, I would say it was tough, very, very tough at the end of this. And when we originally cut this film, it was longer, and you know, of course, we're kind of learning what to do. We had this whole story that happened afterwards, and I mean, we did, you know, we were dirt broke. You know, I mean, there could be. We got 200 hours of footage, so we could do this for a long time.
There's good extras on the DVD.
TV series.
Best Segway shoes?
What's that?
Best Segway shoes.
I just wore a pair of
Flip-flops mostly?
I wore flip-flops and I wore some running shoes. That was pretty much it.
Over here?
Two things. One, I noticed one of your crew was Elizabeth Hurley. It wasn't the Elizabeth Hurley.
That's what the spell was.
And were there any other encounters, unfortunate encounters, with the law besides Orland Park?
For the most part, you know, the authorities were very, very interested in what we were doing and curious, and also kind of laughed at us a little bit. But you know, they were really, really gracious and cool with us. But there were a couple times that we ran into a problem. That Orland Park was clearly the best, of course. But I think in Lawrence, Kansas, my sister and I were riding Segways around, and they took our IDs for a while, and were kind of like acting like they were going to write us a ticket because you're not supposed to ride in a certain area. But really, I mean, other than those couple of times, we never ran into any problems.
And speaking of that, we've waited a while to hear from somebody from that PD, and we just got an email the other day. One of the fellow officers there sent us an email. He said, we were wondering, he said, hey, I work with the guy from Orland Park PD. First, I'm sorry for the way he acted. However, I would really like a clip of him talking to you guys. Is there any way I can get it? He's like, I want it for his retirement party. And then he wrote back today after I replied to him, and he said, thanks for getting back to me. The whole PD is laughing about the incident. We hear that type of talk out of him every day. He's like, in all of the world and all of the police departments, you happen to find this guy's name. What luck.